You know, we talked at the end of the first quarter because you guys got out a little slow, really had a little difficulty getting untracked in the half-court offense in the first quarter. But despite that, you're only down 4 at the end of the first quarter. You had to be feeling like you were poised and you were ready to get after it at that point.
Well, you know, it's funny. As coaches, you like to think you're in control all the time. This situation.
Wait a second. We're not.
We're absolutely not. But this is a team that's been weird all year. I think I've called the least amount of timeouts in a season than I've called all year. And I had a feeling that if I just let them play through it, which we've done all year against very good teams, and this was a very good team, that they would come back, that they would challenge themselves to make a run. And they did that. And
we really thought that the run was triggered on the defensive end. You know, and what you saw was over the course of that whole second quarter, the passing lanes got longer and longer, and you saw St. E's get out of their comfort zone, which then, you know, a lot of tip balls, a lot of steals, and, you know, the transition game was amazing tonight.
Absolutely. I think we did a phenomenal job defensively. On the ball, we were really tough. We tried to stay down more so than what we do normally at the level of the ball. And that way, when they did drive, because they were a penetrating team, we were able to tip balls, we were able to get our hand on it. I think later in the game, they tried to throw longer passes because of that. And then we widened our players, and then we were able to get out. And when you turn the ball over out that far out on the court, on this big court, we have athletes, we're able to get to the basket.
Allison Lewis, I mean, that was a performance to remember for a long time. To affect the game in that many facets is incredible. You said coming into this tournament that she had those capabilities. She showed it throughout her entire career, but to be able to do it on this kind of stage, phenomenal, huh?
Phenomenal, but not surprising. I've been saying all year, and to anybody who's listened, Allison Lewis is the best player in the state. And and we have some great players. Adriana Hahn's a great player, but she affects the game in so many ways. In days where I'd come out and say, wow, I didn't think she'd play well, I'd see the stat line and she'd end up with 13 boards and 14 points.
Right.
Today, she just took it upon herself to make a statement. And it's funny, I asked her yesterday, I said, you told me when you came here you wanted to get to this game. She said, that's not what I said. I want to win this game.
Right.
And today she came out and won it.
You know, one of the things that really impressed us the other night is you won the semifinal game, and the kids, it was very businesslike. Because, again, your goal wasn't to win a state semifinal game. Your goal was to win a state championship. You know, talk a little bit about the focus of these kids all season long towards that goal.
Well, we've had some great opportunities this year. Our school afforded us the opportunity to go to Florida.
Right.
We went to Florida for about 6 days in December. And, I mean, our team just really bonded. And they decided that they were going to be on a mission. Their number one goal was to win their conference. And then we talked about giving ourselves the best opportunity seeding-wise to compete in the state tournament. And they haven't lost focus the entire time. And it's 1 through 12. It wasn't just the first 2 or 3 players. It was the players that you're seeing now, actually, who played very well. I thought our bigs played well today. They didn't play well in the beginning of the season. It was a learning experience. They were struggling.
Right.
They were probably a little upset here and there, but they really kept competing, and today it paid off for them and for us.
Yeah, if that kind of a trip can get this kind of a result, is that going to be an annual thing, I would imagine, or at least you'll try to make it happen, right?
We would definitely try to make it happen, especially if we knew we'd get this result. But, I mean, it was a special opportunity, and not a lot of people get that opportunity. And I could say our girls, it was interesting when you go somewhere out of state. I never had a moment in the whole trip where everybody wasn't together. And I knew at that moment, I said, you know what? These kids generally like each other. When your best player,
that's huge.
And I've been saying our best player is Allison Lewis, and she's as unselfish as she can be to a fault. And I think that's what got us off to the slow start, because she always wants to make sure everybody else is comfortable before she tries to take over a game.
Hey, congratulations. Go enjoy this.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
These never get old, do they?
No, absolutely not. I appreciate it. Thank you, John.
Marcus Thompson, head coach of Sanford.